And joining us, as usual, is UW Stevens Point men's basketball coach Bob Semling. The pressure of school and final exams behind these guys. They came out, looked relaxed, and wow, heck of an effort against a game, overmatched, but game Wisconsin Lutheran team. You have to be happy, I think, Coach. Your guys just never let up. They looked sharp for 40 minutes.
I think that might be our best game for 40 minutes. And when you look at 14 guys and how well they all played, that might be our strongest game of the year. We've been talking about trying to put two halves together, and I really think we did that tonight. So just a really great team effort.
It's got to be nice to get all your guys in the game for extended minutes, and let alone they all score.
Yeah, and you know, Wisconsin Lutheran has really played well. They're scrappy, they're tough. They've hung around with a lot of teams, and I thought, you know, it just shows our, you know, our maturity in saying, you know, just that we had to take a team that was scrappy and not let them find a way to get into this game and stay into this game. So just that's important against a team like that. They're 3-0 in their league, and they're a dangerous team. They didn't look it tonight, but they are a very dangerous team.
Did playing Elmhurst actually really prepare you for this game?
I think so. I think so. I think that's a great point. I think our guys were disappointed that we couldn't separate, and I think we came with a lot tougher mindset that we were going to get on top of these guys, and we were going to separate and try to get away from them early, and then just keep playing better basketball. No matter who was in there, how many guys we rotated in, I think we held the standard high.
And then I thought their size and style was similar too. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yep. So it was a good preparation. This is one of the best weeks we've had coming out of final exams. I mean, one of the best games that I recall. And we tried some different things. We just went individual workouts, tried to help guys individually improve on some things, and I think it showed. I think a lot of guys played better basketball from this Saturday compared to last Saturday.
I don't have the final stats in front of me, but at halftime you had, you know, like 14 assists on 18
that was
field
better.
goals, you know?
Yeah, and that's more like who we've been in the past, you know, where just about every other possession is an assisted basket, you know, on our scoring possessions. Most of them are assisted, and that's who we are, so that was good to see. I was kind of on him about those 7 turnovers, and then I came out and saw the 14 assists, so I told him that was something good that I wanted to build on. But just really excited. I credit, you know, Lance and JR. I think our assistant coaches did a great job this week with those individual workouts on Monday and Tuesday. And then I think you're right, guys, that just the relief of exams, you know, a tough semester is over, and they were really excited to play. And I'm going to turn it over here, unless you guys have another question. But
well, I was just going to talk about your bench a little bit. 65 points tonight, in fact, came from your bench. And you're looking at Jordan's play. He's getting more and more confident.
Yeah.
Danny is almost, well, I guess you consider him a starter.
Yeah.
And then you see the young shooters you got on the bench.
We have great depth on this team. Yeah. And what I really appreciate is the sacrifice that each of them are making for the team, for the good of the team, to allow this team to be a great WIAC team down the stretch and be really good in postseason. It takes sacrifice, and that's why most of these guys came here. They didn't come here to be, you know, the #1 scorer in the WIAC or, you know, the leading scorer in the NCAA. They came here to win championships, and I really appreciate the sacrifice that they make. And in fact, that's a good segue into this guy right here, because he could score, he could put up 20 if he wanted to, but he's such a great team player, and he cares more about the team, more about our defense and how we're playing. So I'm just so proud of Louis. He really is the heart and soul. He's the leader on this team. He's vocal, and he thinks like a coach, so he's really evolving into a great leader. And he's got big shoes to fill with Beam and Khalif, because those guys did a great job the past few years. So I'll turn it over to Louis at this time.
Very good. Thanks, Coach. Louis Hurd joining us, junior out of Portage, Wisconsin. And Louis, great words from Coach, but it is really true. Every team has to have a leader, and I know you share those duties. but you have to have somebody out front that kind of directs everybody, especially when you have so many young people. How do you fall about that role? Is that something you had in high school? Did you come here and did you have to build your leadership skills? Talk about that.
Well, you know, I would say probably when my brother and sister were born. I think that's when it starts. I'm the oldest of three, so you know I'm always trying to set a good example for them, all the way through grade school, junior high, high school, that sort of thing. But I just like being a local person on the court. I just feel so much more comfortable. I think everyone else has a better comfort level, and everyone knows what's going on. So that's really what I try to bring. It's just a communication level where everyone can feel comfortable.
Lou, you're one of those kids that had a great high school career. Obviously, you wouldn't be at this level, but you've transitioned your high school play into this league, which is a very difficult league. It's physical, it's demanding. How have you had to grow and adjust from high school to be able to compete at the level you do here?
Well, you know, it's definitely a faster game. I watched Jerome and I watched Beam, you know, and I just kind of took little lessons from them every day on just how to play, how to come and work hard every day. And then, you know, I work with myself, you know, on just trying to be more athletic, trying to get a little quicker, because that's what it is at this level.
Let me ask you this. You just were talking about becoming more athletic. We've had great teams in your first, now third year here. Is this team, and maybe this is tough to ask you, but this team seems so athletic compared to the other ones. We had great players, don't get me wrong, but these guys are just athletically gifted right now.
They are. We got Scotty and Jared, and the addition of Dan. You know, and even our guards, you know, Matt's a great athlete. You know, in a way they make me look bad because I mean, the slowest guy, can't really jump, but that's all right. You know, but yeah, it's definitely the most athletic team I've played on. It makes it a lot easier to show up our deficiencies that way.
You know, I don't know if our fans know, but last year you had an interesting role with the NCAA. You had your own blog.
Correct.
So how did that come about?
Well, geez, the guy from the NCAA, from the website, contacted Coach Massey, who's now at Semling, but he said they wanted to get someone on our team. They want successful teams most of the time to just talk about their season, talk about anything really. So Levi approached me last year, and you know, I was just happy to do it. Usually take, you know, about every week and a half, I'd say a little something about what was going on in practice, or you know, the team's personal lives, or what our upcoming games were, just something like that. But it was really fun.
Before we let you go, John and I like to talk, and we usually ask the coach, you know, you get to a game like this where everybody gets to play, and here tonight everybody scores. But talk about that as a teammate now, how much that means to the younger guys who have been sitting on the pines watching you guys play the whole time. It makes it a little bit more spirited in practice, even though I know your practices are pretty spirited anyway. It's great for team camaraderie, isn't it?
Yeah. Just for me and, you know, some of the other starters, first, I know it's very self-satisfying. We can go, sit on the bench and watch those guys come in and be successful, you know, not just throw them out, you know, into the lion's den, because they're all good players. The fact that we have so much depth on this team makes practice more competitive. It makes it easier for us in the game, and then when they get in there too, they definitely make some plays, and it's fun for them. It's fun for us to watch.
Lou, you're obviously a good communicator, not only verbally, but the blog would indicate you're a good writer too, and communication is so important to where you're headed someday. Where are you headed? What's your major? What's your studying?
My major is Broadfield Social Studies. I want to go into education. My dad's a teacher at Portage High School in the health department. I've just had a lot of great role models throughout, you know, my academic career that have been in the classroom. You know, a lot of teachers that I look up to, and you know, are still very good friends with to this day. So I just kind of want to, you know, show that route to kids when I'm older.
Coaching a possibility?
Definitely.
Deal. And one last question. There's a certain team coming in here a little over a week from now. You're looking forward to that one?
Definitely looking forward to that one. You know, they nipped us last year. But I hope we get some good crowd support in here. It'll be a tough game, but I think we're definitely going to be prepared. There's no question about that.
Louis, thank you so much. Congratulations. Nice way to head into Christmas. We wish you, obviously, happy holidays. Looking forward to getting back out here on the 29th, I think, 29th, against St. Thomas.
Yep. All right. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
So the Pointers win it here.